This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
I gotta ask, the dark match is 18-man battle royal. Most of the names on the roster who weren't on the main card. Meltzer would say the only notable absence from this were Paul London and Brian Kendrick. It came down to Eminem, Road Warrior, Viscera, and Gene Snitsky. Eminem was eliminated first from that group. Road Warrior was next, and his elimination looked weird as he immediately put his foot on the apron and the refs couldn't figure out what to do. This left Viscera with Snitsky, and Viscera tossed Snitsky out and then kissed Lillian Garcia on the way out. The Battle Royal dark matches back in the day, this is obviously an effort to just get as many folks on the card as we can. What other thought goes into booking something like this? Or is it a largely forgettable throwaway? Hey, let's just get you out there in front of the big crowd on the big show.
Well, I guess it depends the viewpoint of the talent in the match. And I think that a lot of guys would want to be in front of that WrestleMania crowd. I get it. Sometimes when you look at the presentation of the event, we can get everybody on the card in matches and everything else and have a 10-hour WrestleMania. That's just not realistic, and it's not something that unfortunately we could do. There was a point in time, I think we did it. The hell did we do it? Maybe in LA or something like that, where we did a WrestleMania, and basically it was all day long live. If you bought the pay-per-view, and there were commentators that were going through fan access and getting ready, and we had matches, and it was anyone that watched it, bless your heart and thank you. I just don't know that the audience really craved that much. And I know, today's a different time and day and everything else. So we're not talking about today, but I'm looking at it back then, where you have a captive audience in an arena for so long. They could get tired out pretty quickly.
Big Vis gets the big win here. I'm glad.
Well, that's kind of like JR doing commentary. Well, who else would get it?
This is like a precursor for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Next up, we've got Kane and Big Show retaining the World Tag Team titles over Chris Masters and Carlito. They go 6 minutes and 41 seconds. There's surprisingly loud chants for Carlito here early on. Big Show presses Masters and drops him. Masters rolls out. Show presses Carlito, throws him over the top onto Masters, and then Kane comes off the top rope onto both guys, but really he's trying to clothesline Masters. And the finish would see Show have Carlito set up for the chokeslam. When Masters gave Show a chop block, Masters comes off the top with the old double sledge, but Show moves and Carlito gets nailed. Kane pins Carlito with a chokeslam, and Masters and Carlito are arguing after the match. Meltzer would say Kane and Carlito were better than they've ever been on TV, but there wasn't much to the match. Star in 3/4. You've got some bona fide Hall of Famers here and some upstarts who the company's really high on with Chris Masters and Carlito. What an interesting pairing that was in hindsight too. Two guys that in this era felt like, man, they're going to be big stars here for a long time. And then for whatever reason, it didn't work out. And they're taking on two guys who were literally big stars here for a long time.
Yeah, I thought the match was okay. I didn't think it was a match spectacular, but I thought it was okay. And it's kind of fun, and it showed Carlito with his working boots on. And again, you had Kane and Big Show out there for star power, so they were able to, take it to that next level. But I didn't think it was great. I thought it was okay.
The Big Show and Kane are going to transition the titles right to the Spirit Squad the next night, and Masters and Carlito break up the same night. Why was it time to split Chris and Carlito? Did you just see them more as single stars and it was worth a shot to try it and it just didn't work for whatever reason?
Yeah. again, I think that both Masters and Carlito were better as single stars, but they were friends and wanted to try the tag team for a while, thinking that there would be chemistry there. But if you were going to get your money out of them, you were going to get your money out of them as singles competitors. Both had the look and both had the aura of being good top singles guys.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.